One of the most common and helpful tools that students use to study for a test are flashcards. Flashcards have been in use since the early 19th century and have been proven to increase active recall, which enhances your ability to remember more information for longer periods of time. One of the best and most widely used methods of using flashcards is known as the Leitner system. This system involves grouping your flashcards according to how well you remember the contents of each card. Essentially, it helps you spend more time studying the cards you are the least familiar with. I'll show you how it works. We start by having 3 folders, or boxes, labeled Every Day, Tuesday and Thursday, and Friday. Starting on Monday, you'll want to go through all of your flashcards one by one. I've got some flashcards right here. Let's say that you get this first one right. You've remembered exactly what was on the other side. Since you remembered this card, you'll put it in the Tuesday and Thursday box. As you keep reviewing the rest of your flashcards, let's say you come across one that you can't remember, or you can only remember part of it. This card will go into the Everyday box, which means you'll be reviewing this unfamiliar card more often. Once you've finished reviewing your flashcards for the day, you should have divided them into one of these boxes. The next day, Tuesday, you'll need to review all of the cards in the Everyday box and all of the cards in the Tuesday and Thursday box. Starting with the Everyday box, place all of the cards that you get right in the Tuesday and Thursday box. Put the ones that you still can't remember back in the Everyday box. Then you'll take all of the Tuesday and Thursday cards out that you did yesterday and review those as well. You will not be looking at the ones you've just put in here from the Everyday box. For every card that you remember correctly, you'll put them in the Friday box. You've got this one right twice now, so you'll just need to review it at the end of each week. But if you get one of these cards wrong, or you can't remember all of the important details, it'll go back into the Everyday box to be reviewed tomorrow. On Wednesday, you'll just be reviewing the cards that are left in the Everyday box. Same as before. Place the cards you remembered correctly in the Tuesday and Thursday box, and the others that you can't remember back in the Everyday box. On Thursday, you'll review all of the cards from the Everyday box and the Tuesday and Thursday box, starting with the Everyday box. Correct cards go the next box over, and incorrect cards go back to the Everyday box. Then, on Friday, you'll review the cards in the Everyday box and the cards in the Friday box. Correct cards from the Everyday box go to the Tuesday-Thursday box. Remember, you can only move cards one box over when you get them correct. And Friday cards that are correct stay in the Friday box. But if you get any wrong, they'll have to go all the way back to the Everyday box to be reviewed some more next week. Using this method of studying flashcards is a great way to make sure you're studying harder on exactly what you need to, and easing up on what you already know well, giving you a balanced and efficient way to study. Thanks for watching, and happy studying!